This is not AWO speaking. This is not the Aaron Water speaking. This is the Joker. Aaron is dead. It's now the Joker. Now I'm here as the Joker. AWO Aaron Water is dead. Now all you people watching me, you better smash and like and follow. Do all that stuff. Because we're gonna have an entertainment show. Entertaining show for you. For you viewers. Okay, enough of that. Aaron's back. I'm not the Joker anymore. Yeah, just like the ending of the Joker 2. Alright, guys. Yeah, so like, there's a lot of backlash behind this film, guys. This movie has literally turned me into the Joker. Maybe it's turned you into the Joker too. And what the hell is this? Alright, guys. Now nothing came out today. What's up, Sideways? Blinded. I don't know if you're here yet. Come blinded. A lot of backlash behind this movie, man. So I'm gonna admit something to you guys. I did not. I saw it twice. I saw the movie twice, and I'll be honest with you guys. The first time I saw it, I watched it online, pirated it. Second time I saw it, I actually went to the theaters because me and my cousin planned to see this movie, and he was available. He had no work. He had no work on one day on this past Tuesday, so he was free to see the movie. We planned to see the movie. We talked about it for a while, even before the Backlash and reviews came out. We talked for a while because we did see the first movie together, so we kind of made the plans to see this movie again. This movie together, the sequel. So first time I pirated, second time I saw it with my cousin. I only spent $5. It was a Tuesday, so it was a discount night. Well, actually, it was an afternoon. Discount afternoon. Yes. So I did not pay twice. Okay? I only paid once. I only contribute $5 to the box office. Okay? Only $5. Oh, of course, it did turn me into the Joker, but it was turning a lot. I think it was turning a lot of people into the Joker. This movie could have turned me into the Joker. In fact, it should have. No, it should have turned me into the Joker. All right, let me do something here. It should have turned me into the Joker. All right, so much backlash about this movie. So much backlash. Oh, excuse me. All right, that was my phone. Had to lower the volume. I understand, but he wanted to see it with me, so we planned it. So we saw the first one together, so it only made sense. Okay. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. I'm watching football. Well, he didn't like it. He didn't like it either. He thought it was boring. He almost fell asleep. At some points during the movie. I almost fell asleep during the movie watching it on theater. I almost fell asleep watching it. Now, where's my friend Blinded? Where are you, Blinded? Okay. And then we had dinner after. We had dinner after. The dinner was fine. Fine. Fun. Dinner was fun. Yeah, I'll see Venom Last Dance, but I may not be able to see it opening week or opening weekend for Venom Last Dance because I'm actually might be busy. The Thursday and Friday it comes out. The Thursday, Friday, and Saturday actually. I'll be busy at the end of the month, so I may not be able to say opening weekend, but Sunday I can be able to see it Sunday at the end Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, I may not be able to see it the end of the month when it comes out, the 25th, 24th, 25th, whatever the date is. Okay. Now let's go. Let's go see some stuff about Joker 2. Okay. I could pull up this random article that I just saw from Variety. I just searched Joker 2, so I'm gonna just pull up this random article from Variety. Honestly, Agatha, the only I the last episode was not that good. The episode, yesterday's episode, people were going crazy because the end is pretty much the ending of the episode is pretty much confirmed. Um, Obviously, Wanda's kid is confirmed in that episode, but overall, the episode wasn't that good. In my opinion, it wasn't that good until the end. It was. I think it was a step back episode. Honestly, for the show, it was this episode that stepped the show back a little bit until the end. Till the end, but everybody knew that was Wanda's kid. But everybody knew. I knew from the start it's gonna be Wanda's kid. There was a small percentage chance it could have been somebody else, but everybody knew it was Wanda's kid. I still don't think Wanda's gonna be in it. I still don't think Wanda's gonna be in it though. I still don't think she's gonna be in it because, but whatever. It was a very short episode too. It was 32 minutes, and maybe that's why. Maybe it should need to be a little longer. It was a bit of a step back, in my opinion. I know people got excited because of the ending, but overall, the ending was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That was the good part. But overall, I think the episode was a bit of a step back. I might be the only one who thinks it's a step back, but it's not. All right, all right, all right. So it's implied it's Wanda's kid. You're just like your mother. It's implied it's Wanda's kid. It is Wanda's kid, unless there's a twist. It's another witch's kid that we don't know about. I don't know. It's obviously Wanda's kid, but okay. But this show, this movie, yeah. I just put up this article right here. I'm gonna pull up this article. I just saw this today when it was posted by Zach Sheriff of Variety. Okay. Oh, I'm blinded if he's here, man. I know Blind was really looking forward to this show, man. Oh, Blind, come on, you know you're looking forward to this. All right, all right. So let's take a look at this, guys. So this is right by Zach Sharf, not Sheriff, Sharf. Joker 2 actor behind the twist, and he kept it a secret for 2 years. He's now speaking out. Todd Phillips has the balls to make such a bold swing. Okay. Let's see what this actor has to say. Now this is the actor. This is the actor who plays the inmate that kills Arthur at the end of the movie. Okay, so you can finally speak out about the ending because the movie's been released. All right, let's stop. Connor Story, the actor who plays the Arkham Asylum inmate who kills Arkham Flax, Joaquin Phoenix, at the end of the Joker Folie, Deux, said in an interview with TMZ that he is not surprised the twist ending has outraged fanboys. So he was prepared that it was not going to be well received and that it was going to be people were going to be outraged by it. So that actor was ready for it. Ready for it. The outrage, basically. Okay? The sequel's final moments imply that Story's character is the real Joker and was inspired by Arthur, who he stabs to death and uses the blade to cover a smile into his cheek. Story spends 2 years keeping the twist under wraps. Well, here's a problem. Here's a problem with this article. Here's a problem with this paragraph. I'm going to read it again. The sequel's final moments imply that Story's character is the real Joker and was inspired by Arthur. Well, here's the problem with that sentence. We watched the movie. I think most of the people watch my streams about the Joker for the past few days watch the movie, or they just don't care. Because I know I've been on other streams. One other stream where we talked about the movie, and some people in my friends' chat did not see the movie, but they didn't care. They didn't really care about the spoilers. But okay. But here's the problem with the sentence. Story's character is not the real Joker. Because then he says, and was inspired by Arthur. But how could the real Joker be inspired by Arthur? Okay? Maybe the inmate was inspired by the Joker, and then he wants to take on the mantle of the Joker to become the new Joker. He can't be the Joker and be inspired by Arthur. He has to be inspired by Arthur first, then he becomes the Joker. He can't be Joker and be inspired by Arthur. It's the other way around. Doesn't that make sense? I wish Blinded was here, man. Blinded, get your butt on here. Does that make sense to you? To you guys? I think sideways. If you're the only one to chat, and feel free to chime in if that makes sense to you. But doesn't that make more sense? How could the real Joker be inspired by Arthur? He shouldn't. The real Joker would not be inspired by Arthur. Okay. It wouldn't work like that. The inmate was inspired by Arthur, and then maybe he takes the mantle because he wants to be the Joker. And not him. He's not him being the Joker. Okay. He kills Arthur to be the Joker. Right? Kills the guy to be the Joker. Maybe, like that's how I see it. I don't see him already being the Joker. Kills Arthur because he's inspired by Arthur. He's inspired by Arthur's Joker, and he wants to be the Joker. And once again, he says he feels disappointed. Why feels disappointed at disgrace? Yo, Blinded. I want you on, Blinded. I need you to help me with this because I think this paragraph is a bit of a mistake. Okay, I'm working on something. Oh man, but this is the stream you wanted to look on. This is the stream you were looking forward to. All right. This is that. Yeah, this is that stream, man. All right. I do need you on this. I do need. I'll get back to you on this. All right. So, blind. This is the article from that came out today, but it wasn't. We got the actor wrong though. The actor. We got the wrong actor who kills Arthur. And it was not that guy Jacob. It's Jacob something. It's this guy. This is the actor who kills Joker talking to TMZ. Okay, but I don't think he was a Joker yet. I think he was admiring Joker from afar. Okay, admiring the Joker from afar, and then he saw how Arthur Joker eventually, Arthur Flack got rid of basically saying there's no Joker. He watched the trial on TV and he said there's no Joker. It's just me, Arthur Flack. He was disappointed, pissed off. He felt betrayed. And you know what? I am going to be the next Joker. I'm going to be the Joker. So he kills Arthur, and I'm going to be a Joker. And and like seriously. And when I saw from Andy, why wasn't the guard with Arthur instead of leaving him behind in the hall, the way by himself? Some people have the belief that Arthur had a visitor, right? Well, some people believe that was a setup. Because let's be honest, who was going to visit Arthur? Harley Quinn was not going to visit him. His neighbor's not going to visit him. Maybe his friend that he traumatized is not going to visit him. Who is going to visit Arthur? Who legitimately there cares about Arthur? I guess the closest one would be his friend, but he's fucking scared of Arthur. Who would visit Arthur? I think it's possibly a setup. That was a setup by the guards. Because we know the guards are not saints themselves, right? So I believe there's a possibility that was a setup. Okay? All right. It felt. Excuse me. Fucking cough, man. Shit. Up. It felt very clear that this is Joaquin's movie. Yeah, this is Joaquin's movie for sure. It's following Arthur. I saw my place in that story said about the boat, and if you'll keep playing Joker, it's not like, hey, this is where I'm going. This is who I am. It is part of Arthur's story more than it's becoming. Anything else after that? That was very clear. Yeah. All right. Oh, here's my buddy Blinded. Oh, working on what? School?
Yeah. Yeah, I could talk and do it at the same time because I'm just copy and pasting stuff. So
Things that like you have to dedicate your full attention to.
no, I could talk at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. I was getting my point. I don't like. I'm reading this article, right? This article is about the actor who plays the character that kills Arthur at the end of the movie.
Okay.
It's not. We got the wrong actor. This actor's name is Connor Story. Sorry.
Right.
That's the actor. We got the wrong actor. We thought something like Jacob Lachlan or something like that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I don't think I think like I know subjects we have a little disagreement on this, but I think Story's character is not the real Joker. Because look, it says the Story character is the real Joker and was inspired by Arthur. But how could a real Joker be inspired by Arthur? Wouldn't it be the other way around? Like,
Yeah. So okay. So hold on a minute. They're trying to say that the guy who shanks Arthur is actually the real Joker.
yeah, that's what it sounds
But
like.
how would we even know that? We only see him at the very ending of the movie.
The sequel's final moments imply that Story's character is the real Joker and was inspired by Arthur. How is that possible?
Yeah, I don't understand.
When
He's the real Joker, but he's inspired by Arthur, who is the Joker.
from my point of view, he wanted to be the Joker, so he killed Arthur because he wants.
Yeah, how do we even know that he's going to be the real Joker? It's not like there's going to be another movie after this.
And yet,
What happens if another guy kills him and takes it over? I mean,
Yeah,
and for all we know, we don't even know if Batman really is going to exist in this universe. So it's like,
I don't think this universe is continuing.
no, no, yeah,
It's done.
it's done. Yeah, pretty much.
And yes, I think the actor who, yeah, basically confirms that. That's very clear. This is Arthur's story. Yeah, this is not, that guy's not going to be. It's not going to continue this. Um, and he confirmed this was basically Joaquin's movie.
Right.
I think he was just an admirer of Arthur, but he was quiet about it. Like the other inmates were not. I think he was just quiet about it, right? Um,
The guy who shanked him, you're saying?
yeah.
Right. Yes.
And he when he shanked him, right? He said he gave that joke, right, about the bar, the clown in the bar. He called it a major disappointment. That clearly meant he was looking up to him. He was
Right.
just right. It's one of those things where I think what I got from that is that it's one of those things maybe. Now also Sideways has to bring up a good point because why would a guard just leave him all alone? Usually, a guard would walk with them, right? He was going to get. Apparently, he was getting
Yeah.
a visitor. The guard leaving him. See,
Yeah. Was the guard, in other words, setting him up? I'm assuming that's what it is,
yeah,
right?
because I was thinking like, who would visit him? Not Harley Quinn. Not the
Right.
girl. Not the girl and his neighbor. Not his neighbor. I don't know. Puddles. Puddles might be too traumatized. Who the hell does he have to visit him? Who would visit him? Right? Like, who would visit? Who would visit him? Like, it has to be. I think it was a setup. Now I'm thinking about. I think it was a setup because he basically assaulted the Arkham guards. Remember? But I don't know. Are you still there, blinded? Oh,
Yeah, I'm still here. I guess when I change tabs, you
yeah.
can't hear me, but I can
Okay.
hear you. But
Okay.
yeah, I was saying I don't. I mean, yeah, when I watched the movie, I always thought, yes, it was the guards were setting him up and they made some deal with that guy. But again, why would the guards make a deal with that guy when they already maybe it was like they wanted to get rid of him and that
Because
guy
if it
was
was
always because remember I said this, the guy, you see that guy try to kill Arthur in the beginning of the movie. You do see that happen. It's just you don't know it's him because it's in the background and he's blurred out, so you can't really see him. But it is 100% him, the same guy. So it was like maybe the guards, yeah, they were just like, you could
yeah,
take
the
this
guards. You
guy
know
out.
what? Yeah, so maybe it's like the guards and that guy set up something at the end because he pissed off the
Right.
guards, and the guards are not gonna. I mean, the guards aren't gonna protect him anymore because what
Hmm.
it did, and obviously what happened with what the guards did to Arthur, and maybe like instead of getting like, yeah, we're gonna kill this guy, but we can't be the one murdering the guy, right?
Right.
It has to be look like one of the inmates has to be the one killing this guy, not us, right? Because there's
Right.
like camera stuff like that. I think there's cameras back then. Did they have cameras back then?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's the 80s. They
Yeah,
they were recording Arthur on a camera too,
yeah,
so I think they probably also had what do you call it? CCT cameras.
yeah.
I believe that was in the 80s too, but I could be wrong.
Mm. That's that's what I think it was. Possibly they could set up between the guard and that guy, and the guards and that guy, because the guards just left. The guard just left them there. Like, wasn't even the
Right.
same. He was like he's not even the same hallway. And
Right.
usually the guard would be like, Arthur, come on, or stay with them. But nope, not this time.
No, yeah.
Because like the Brandon Gleason's characters, he had a weird relationship with Arthur. You don't know if he liked him or hated him. Like,
Hmm.
right? Like we don't, because there's times where you look at you as not friendly
Yeah,
to
he
him.
was like friendly to him, but I think he was more just like amused by him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he didn't really give a shit about him at all.
Well, that's
But
clear.
at the same, yeah, but at the same time, it was like he was still. I guess if Arthur. The thing is, also too, by the way, don't you remember that there was this line in the movie where they said Arthur was a model inmate?
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't you think that that was kind of weird? Where it's like, okay, he's clearly doing better in prison after all of that, what he did, but it's
And
like,
Arkham?
yeah, in Arkham, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's such a weird because the thing is, like, now I'm more curious about. I feel like the movie really should have take place right after the first movie
yeah.
because it's like what happened in those 2 years for him to just because he's like high at the end of the movie, right? He's the Joker. Everything is total chaos, but it's like okay, like what's next, right? Like why did he change all of a sudden? That's the one thing I'm confused by.
Oh, so yeah. Story said he was so excited to be on set and not really thinking about what the twist ending could mean for his future, the Batman villain. Well, I can tell you your future. You're not going to be a future Batman villain. You're not going to be in anything. You're
Right.
done. I'm no disrespect to the actor, but it's clear.
Yeah,
Clear.
there's no continuing on with this. You're not
Unless
Joaquin Phoenix.
unless because of DCU Joker. Precious.
Yeah, which is not
Man.
going to even happen. There's no way in hell that's going to happen.
No. I wasn't even considering what that could mean. I mean, the inmate did look younger than Arthur, though.
Yeah.
Like a couple decades younger.
I mean,
I
but
wasn't
who
even.
cares? The thing is, like, the whole idea of the real Joker or whatever, like, that idea is stupid too, because it's like, I just don't understand. So you're telling me that the persona that Arthur had was an imitation of something else, or
The thing is,
someone else is that
the real Joker
character
creates the
instead?
other
I don't
Jokers.
know.
Remember, the real Joker creates the other Jokers. From the comics, it's been implied that it's the three Jokers. It's the real Joker creates the other Jokers,
Right.
right? So that's so I don't know how that makes sense here.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me at all.
Yeah, where was I? I wasn't even considering what that could mean or where it could go. The actor said, "Obviously, the Joker has a huge following. I even say cult following. More than a cult following. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like
more
yes.
than a cult following. Yeah.
I just couldn't
Well, I
believe
mean,
I
I
was.
guess cult following in the sense that it's like he's a very popular character and people love him to death, right? Like in
Mhm.
that sense. Not that he's this underground like, you know, super niche character. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like I don't know. I don't know about a relatable Batman villain be a cult kind of. I don't know. Um, Also, James Gunn said that Batman won't be middle-aged Batman. Yeah, there's reports coming out like, oh, Batman's
Yeah.
giving me his 40s, but that person reporting, they're all sourcing My Time to Shine. It was My Time to Shine that
Right.
said that. I'm like, nope. And IMDb, shame on you, man. You're like, they report the news too, like stuff like that. I'm like, stop with My Time to Shine, stop it.
Yeah.
Um, It was so under wraps. I didn't know anything else about the movie except that part in it. They were very serious. I didn't say anything to anyone for 2 years. The twist ending, along with the film's musical sequence, have resulted in Joker for the Folie do. Oh my god, this is why you should pay
Yeah.
attention in French
Folie
class.
du. Yeah. Folie du.
Yeah, being one of the most controversial and decisive Hollywood tentpoles in recent memory. The movie has flopped at the box office too, with 37 million domestic opening, and the movie just coming out this week is going to destroy it. Which movie is that?
Yeah. Well, we got to see we're coming up. It's Friday.
Mhm.
The movie has been dropping significantly low. It's performing worse than the Marvels and
So they don't.
Morbius during the weekday itself. It's been breaking low ass
You know,
numbers. So I wouldn't be surprised if this movie hits like
I wonder.
80% drop off
I
the
wonder
second
if
weekend.
I wonder if Joaquin Phoenix really wanted to be the Joker. I feel like it had to be
I
course to be
I
the
feel
Joker.
like I feel like he got his paycheck, and
He phoned
that's
it
the
in.
only. No,
He
I
didn't phone
wouldn't
it in. If
say he.
that's phoning in, that's great
No, he
acting.
that. Yeah, yeah. He didn't. I wouldn't say he phoned it in. I think he thought he was making something truly unique and something that everybody was gonna like. I think if he would have known that the movie would have flopped, I don't think he would have signed
Is
on.
he? Is he an executive producer on this?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, but it could be possible he
I mean,
is.
if he's the one that said in an interview, yeah, he had a dream about how this movie should be. I mean, shouldn't it be like executive producer kind of thing? Like,
Yeah.
let me check. Let me check. Executive producers. Let me check. Joaquin Phoenix. Damn, Joaquin Phoenix. There's so many damn. Nope, he was not executive producer on this
No. Okay.
or
That's
producer on this.
interesting.
Where's Okay, it was polarizing before the movie even came out, which I think is a good thing. Story told TMZ. When it was announced that it was a musical, it was a musical. People from the jump were like, "What? It was like that too? What does this even mean or look like?" Especially because the first one was so raw and grimy. It was polarizing before it was even seen. The reaction makes sense. I can't speak for anyone like Todd, but they knew that was the case too. You don't make such a big swing like that without knowing it gives people the opportunity not to get behind your choices. Yeah, that's a big swing and a miss.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I was kind of like.
Okay, it was polarizing before the movie even came out, which I think is a good thing. Story told TMZ when it was announced that it was a musical. People from the jump were like, "What?" I was like that too. What does that even mean
Yeah.
or look like? Especially because the first one was so raw and grimy. It was polarizing before it was even seen. The reaction makes sense. I can't speak for anyone
Right.
like Todd, but they knew that was the case too. You don't make such a big swim like that without knowing it gives people the opportunity not to get behind your choices. This somebody tell
Right.
Todd. I mean, if I was there, I'd be like, Todd, Raheem, I know you wanted to make the musical, but the musical stuff doesn't work here in this movie.
Well,
I would
I
know.
don't necessarily think well, I mean, in this iteration of the movie, I don't think it works.
Yeah,
But I think if they had better songs, if the musicals were driving the actual story, I don't necessarily think it would be bad. I just think the musical aspect, it's kind of like eye rolling and
yeah.
boring and nothing super interesting in my opinion. I think once you hear at least three songs, then and there's quite a few, and they all kind of blur together in my opinion. Like I don't really
I look.
remember the song at
I
all.
think. Look, this actor. Like, I think this is actor. Nobody really knows who he is, so he's not like a big time actor, right? So
Right,
he's probably like praising it because he's not. He's not anywhere where most of the cast, like Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, right? Brandon Gleeson,
right,
even the Catherine Keener, Steve Coogan, even though Steve Coogan was in there for like 2 minutes, they're more well
right,
known. So like they like they if they bash a movie, they may not hurt their careers. This guy, right? Like up and coming actors are maybe a little different, right? They could bash a
right,
movie, bash a movie, they could bash a movie they were in years ago. Once their name is more out there, popular, right? Like
right,
become more famous, more well known. They could bash a movie, right? So yeah, so because I know there's actors that have been in bad movies that speak highly of the movie because they give them the big break and stuff like that. Even
right,
though deep down they know the movie probably wasn't that good.
right,
I understand they appreciate that aspect. Like, yeah, this movie gave me a big break, despite not not being well received. Maybe this is. I mean, I don't know if this movie's gonna give us a big break. He's only a total of like 10, maybe not even 10 minutes, maybe like 5 minutes of total screen time. Because all his scenes
right.
were like what, not even a minute long. They're like what 10. Most of them were the scene at the end was his longest time on screen.
Well, yeah, I mean, longest time in terms of him having a speaking role, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because like I said, he is on screen quite a bit, but again, it's blurred out and
yeah.
right.
And when you
I'm not talking about just the moment where he tries to kill Arthur in the
or he
beginning.
was in or
Every
he was
time
watching.
they're in that TV room, that
Yeah,
guy is actually right beside Arthur.
yeah,
Yeah, so he does show up quite a bit.
and yeah. Story argued that he rather things be polarizing than things be boring or squeaky clean. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's true. That's true, but it has to be good. And Commander Director Todd Phillips for having the balls to make such a bold swing, especially knowing there's fanatics following Joker and the praise the first movie got. I am not shocked people are either pro or against and what goes down. Yeah, I think there's more people that's against it than pro.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
uh, um, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Like, this is some guy who's just appreciated being in this movie. I think he's just happy that he was in this movie. Uh, so he's gonna praise fucking Phoenix in Todd Phillips. But if this guy gets more well known as his career blossoms, if his career does blossom, I want to see how he really feels.
Right.
Right? Um, Once again, there's actors who've been in bad movies and say, "Yeah, but this movie is bad, but it helped my career get me noticed." Because there's been
Right.
bad movies with actors are not like there's actors are not as well known yet, but sometimes they are the best part of a bad movie, and they do get bigger. They do end up getting more roles,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, and they're also not the lead, so it's not even really fair to judge them,
And some
right? That's usually not how things work.
and
So,
usually in Hollywood, usually in Hollywood, if this actor is not well known and has been in bad stuff, right? But other studios, whether it's cast directors, right, directors, whatever, they look at these actors, watch, right, because they watch all these bad films, and when they watch these films, they're not just looking at how good a film is, they're actually looking at how good the talent is too, right,
right.
right, and they might watch a bad film, but this certain actor that is not well known actually was maybe the best part. Be like, you know what, this guy still has talent. This guy or woman still has talent, and we think this guy is could do will do well in a better film, like much better in a better film,
Right.
because right, like they don't give those people. It's usually the established actors where the quality of their acting not necessarily drop, but a lot of it's in the 2000s, and like a lot of the high school like the high school actors, more like the Sarah McGellers, Jennifer Love Hewitt, those kind of like Matthew Lillard, like a lot of the scream actors, like they would have been dropped. The horror actors would have been dropped, right? Like those. It's
Right.
usually because if it's usually the established actors that now most of them are established and stay established, right? But it's usually some established actors that don't do so well, and maybe it's because they don't want to do as much, but it's usually they drop, right? They usually like yeah, he's not the star anymore. I mean, they have the prime, right? They have their prime, right? There's always a prime. Yes, yes. They still got great actors and actresses from the 80s, 70s still acting, like, right? And
Hmm.
they're not the prime, because the prime, they're not being cast in everything. Like, the prime right now is like, from the female side, it's like Sydney Sweeney, Florence Pugh, um,
Right.
Zendaya, and there's still some actresses from the 2000s and 90s still getting cast, like the Reese Witherspoons, Anne Hathaways, right? So people like that, but right, but usually but they'd always look for the younger actors, right? Even from bad
Hmm.
movies or bad shows, because they see talent. It's about talent, right? And we'll give them a shot.
Right.
And with older actors and actresses, if their stuff is not doing well, one reason they will not cast them as much, it's probably because of money. Like, yeah, you haven't done anything good lately. I'm not going to pay this much,
Hmm.
right? It's usually money. Um, how do you feel?
Um,
I
on
don't know.
this actor,
I don't know about this
because
actor. I
I'm
don't know who
working.
this actor is. Like, seriously, I don't know what else he's
I
been in.
don't. I mean, I don't know what else he's been in. I mean, I'm not gonna like discredit it. It's not his fault. I mean, it's just the idea. Like, I'm not gonna blame him. The
No.
idea is just not good in my opinion. Uh, oh, whoops! I forgot to add something.
He's not even in the. I can't even see him in the. How? Let me look. Connor Story. There we go. I say. Hangover 4. I think I'm gonna go with Hangover 4.
For
Honestly.
Todd Phillips.
Yeah, I think I'd rather go for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, this actor hasn't been in a lot of stuff that we don't know about. I mean, Joker is like this biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not his fault.
Yeah. Usually it's like the well not known actors are usually like really, really good actors.
Right.
Um, let's be honest, sometimes it's not acting based on talent, right? Like,
Right.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio is a solid actor, but I don't think he's a great actor. Like,
You don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is not a great actor?
I think he's a little overrated. Little overrated.
Okay. All right.
Like, because look, he had the
I think
looks.
sometimes he plays himself.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much. Other times, I think yeah. Sometimes he tries to go for it, but I don't know. I feel like some of his performances do
There's
bleed into each other, but I
and
would
there
still
are
say
some
he's a pretty good
actors,
actor.
actresses that look like they're actually trying too hard on film.
Yeah. I think that's mostly anybody with a name, to be fair.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people who are like character actors, like no, yeah, you almost kind of forget who they are because they're playing the character and they're not really well known, right? And that's
Mhm.
kind of their career. That's why they're called character actors. They're people who are not leading man or leading lady type of actors. They're, they do supporting work or they do uh,
Or
again
they sometimes
character
try,
work.
or they sometimes some studio will give them a shot at being a leading man, but
Yeah, but that's not going to be super common nowadays. Maybe
it's
back then it was common. They would try to test the
I'll
waters, but it usually never worked
I'll
too.
say
It's not
this
a
with comic book films, it won't work. I mean, it helped with Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth. I'll give that. But comic book films, it won't help with. If you're no name for a comic book film, it may help a
Well,
little.
I think it helps more if you're a no name because for them
Yeah,
it's cheaper and they can obviously
yeah,
I mean they're going to exploit you, right?
yeah. Like
It's
Chris
a
Hemsworth
lot
is a
easier
perfect
for them.
example, right? Chris, like of the Avengers, like the 2012 movie, Jeremy Renner was his career was actually on the rise. He was been in solid movies before,
Yeah,
like
he was in other movies, yeah.
yeah. But Chris Hemsworth, yeah, he was in this first Star Trek movie for like 5 minutes. But of the Avengers movie, he was like the least well known, right? Like compared to the other cast. I mean, he was not Robert
Right.
Downey Jr., not Mark Ruffalo, not Scarlett Johansson, not Jeremy Renner, right?
Right.
He was right, like or Chris Evans. Um, he's probably might have been the least paid. I don't know. But he actually got. I mean, most of the stuff he's been in since event. Most of the stuff outside of Marvel haven't exactly been hits.
Mhm.
He hasn't been known to pick the best stuff. I mean, a lot of Marvel actors actually haven't been known to pick the best stuff. Um,
Right.
but all right, let's see. That's it for this guy. Let's see what else there is. I'm gonna pull this aside. See what else there is. I want to see. I want to see Lady Gaga. Oh, this is from the Daily Mail. I don't know if I want to.
Mhm. Well, let's see. I mean, Daily Mail is kind of like bullshit, but let's
You
see.
still want to see it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
That's just from 3 days ago, but Lady Gaga in shock at poor reaction to the Joker 2. It's insiders reveal how her team are scouting to distract from the flaw. Oh, they're ready, but so they're saying she wants to distance herself from the movie.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
not gonna
that's the
ruin her,
rumor.
man.
That's been the rumor.
Yeah,
I don't know if it
she.
will ruin her, but I think her career is not doing super well since she
Well,
first started, right? Which is she's only really been acting for the last
since
6 years.
and the thing is, her TV side of things, so American Horror Story, she was really doing well with C. But the
Right.
movie side of things haven't been a hit, except for Star is Born. That's it.
Yeah.
Other stuff she's been in, it hasn't been a hit. That's it. The remake of Star is Born, well, the second remake, because that's the third. That's the
Yeah,
third
that's a
one. Because
third route. Yeah.
that's a hit. That's a hit. But everything else,
Right.
yeah. And yeah. I. Why do I think she wants to distract from her film? It's probably because she probably felt like some of their stuff a lot of her stuff probably got cut. You can tell some stuff.
Yeah,
You can tell some
things definitely got cut. I also wonder
a lot of
too,
her stuff for sure.
what her thoughts are on the musical because the musical aspects are not good, and obviously she's a musical talent foremost, right? So it is kind of weird that yeah, the musical numbers are not very good. She's not like a, I mean, she doesn't really do much in them, right? Like she's in
No,
them, but like I honestly like yeah, I remember the marriage part and when they were like singing to the crowd and then she pulls out the gun on him, but like in all honesty, I can't remember anything else besides those ones.
that's the
Like
only good part is the when they're like in front of a studio because that made sense. That made sense for the story, overall story. If you really
yeah,
okay, that makes sense. Let's see Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga disappointed at the immense flood negative reactions to the Joker. Okay. With the singers team now keen to quickly push out other projects to help distract from the fear what? The fear over the film, Osiris claimed. Wait a minute. She wants to quickly push out other projects? Why would she want to do that? She should take other projects. She's got offer, take them. If they're good.
I think maybe it's this is now like gonna like hurt her, right? Like I don't know. I mean, I think she should be careful now what she picks because she's clearly picking, or she was clearly picking projects that should have been a success. I mean, she worked with Ridley
The,
Scott.
the
That
problem
didn't
is
work out. I mean, she worked with
the problem
it's
is
Ridley Scott who did House of Gucci, right? Who did House?
most actors when they pick a movie, right? When they get the
Right.
script delivered to their place of living, they read it and say, "Yeah, this is a good
Yeah, it was
script."
Ridley
But
Scott.
once you see it, once you start shooting, or once you see some of the editing, it's different, right? It looks good on
Yeah.
paper, right? It looks good. I'll be right back, Blind. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna get a drink too.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say Lady Gaga
Talk to
has
them.
been picking. Yeah, I'll talk. She has been picking like mm, not so great projects. I mean, she. I mean, to be fair, she hasn't been acting in a lot of stuff, but she has been acting like the. I mean, she has two duds now. So if she picks another one, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Like she's gonna have two, or she's gonna have three duds in a row. So I really don't know what I really don't know. But let me look and see. Um, to see what else she was in. Or what other stuff she's going to be in. Movies. I'm looking at movies. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she doesn't really have anything upcoming, which is not necessarily good, but at the same time, maybe I mean it could be possible she walks away from acting too. It could be very possible, and she just becomes really picky, or when people, or if she cares to work with people that she actually has some faith in, because it's like Todd Phillips, like Todd Phillips was only really banking on the previous Joker, and that's probably why she signed on. She was like, probably like, oh, I get to play Harley Quinn with the Joker. That's obviously going to be super successful, and that's probably why she picked it, right? And also because she can get to sing. But I'm not looking in the chat, so if there's anybody in the chat, I'm gonna have to check now. But here we have Red, and he's saying, I guess, a blinded only stream.
Oh, shut up.
Lady Blah Blah was the worst part of a terrible movie called Star is Born. Funny thing is, I've never seen that movie, so I can't say. Sideways says Hangover 4 or Joker 2. I guess he means Joker 3, because Hangover 4 doesn't exist, right? But we have a Joker 4, or Joker 2, Jesus.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, again, they're never going to make a Joker 3, but I would be curious to see how bad it could get. You know what I mean?
Also,
That's the only reason why I would want a Joker 3.
Red. Blinded might do a Silent Hill stream.
Yeah, I've always thought about streaming games. It's just I kind of like to talk and have a conversation while I play a game. So, but this
Yeah,
game is also kind of a spooky game, right? So
that's what
I'm
makes it
gonna be
fun.
like jump scares and shit like that.
Yesterday, man, you were getting
Yeah.
scared you were scared the whole for the most of the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I
was a
was
House of
jump. Yeah,
Gucci.
shit is fucking. Yeah,
Hmm.
her only other project besides The Star Is Born and Joker is House of Gucci. So I was just saying that I think Lady Gaga. I mean, I think it could be very possible she's going to be very picky on what she does next. And I also believe that she could just walk away from acting completely and only come back when she like fully trusts the person, right? Because she didn't. I mean, the thing is, she signed on to Joker 2, and obviously I don't know her personal reasons for it, but based on my, a guess, if I had to make a guess, it was because one, Joker was already successful. Two, they probably pitched to her that it was a musical, so she will get to use her skill, right? Which, by the way, that didn't happen with House of Gucci, right?
No, no.
Um, and so she probably thought, okay, this is actually going to be a pretty big deal for me. This is going to launch my career because now I have, some, a movie that had some Oscar uh, stuff to it. It made a decent amount of money, but not. It's not going to make joke. It didn't make Joker money. So this is gonna. So this movie, she probably thought, hey, this is going to be $1 billion movie. People are going to finally see me, and now I'm going to have some credibility and some box office success. And that's why I think she probably picked it. And she was like, this could be a really good play. However, the movie was a Todd Phillips movie. Obviously, Todd Phillips wanted to make whatever the fuck he wanted to make. And I am still under the belief that he made this movie either for money
Or Savage.
or as a troll. Yeah, as a
Yeah.
troll. Because, again, some of the creative decisions I don't think make a lot of sense. I also feel like for someone who kind of studies serial killers or has made a documentary about a serial killer, you would kind of want to analyze and go in more depth and like why do the musical part? It just feels like the musical part was there to satisfy both Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. More so Joaquin Phoenix because I mean it was Joaquin Phoenix's idea
Yeah.
and he probably was like, well, I guess I could do my thing. It could be possible that there was which is weird, right? Because this term doesn't really apply to cases like this, but it really could just be that there's too many cooks in the kitchen. And then what I mean by that is Todd Phillips had his own ideas. Joaquin Phoenix came in and had his own ideas. Lady Gaga probably came in, wanted to do some of her own songs or maybe make songs for the movie, but they didn't want to do that. It might have taken too long, yada yada yada. And so they, you know what I mean? So there was just too much like conflict going on. And again, this is all just an assumption on my part, so I could be totally wrong. But
Yeah.
the movie was not, it's not a coherent movie in any sense.
No.
It has too many ideas that conflict with each other that don't mesh well together. And uh, overall, it just, like again, I don't think it was pointless in the sense that there clearly was something there that they could have done with for a sequel, but I don't, as it currently is, I don't think it was the movie that, yeah, Warner Brothers or everybody involved would have signed on with. If they knew that this was going to be the result, that this is going to be, a big box office bomb, that it's going to get panned by pretty
They
much
weren't
critics and
promoting this like to
audiences.
be. They weren't promoting like this, like thinking it's gonna be a bomb. They were promoting it heavily.
Yeah, but
Like,
if you notice in that last month, it seemed like something happened.
yeah,
And maybe it was they now saw the movie, they premiered the movie, and now they go, oh shit,
yeah.
right? That could be the case. I mean, I do wish maybe like some Warner Brother executives who were, or producers or people involved with the film would
I mean,
come out and speak, because this is really a case of how did
I,
this guy get $200 million and make this?
I, I think the thing is, I thought they had high hopes for this movie because if they did at the Venice
Yeah,
Film Festival, you wouldn't. If they know this movie's gonna be bad, you wouldn't show it at a festival, would you? Like a big
right.
one in
Yeah.
Venice, right? Joker two, like, yeah, Joker two had test footage. Let's see what else. Okay, well, Gaga 38 reported confused at the lack of the love for her turn as Harleen Lee Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, alongside Joaquin Phoenix 49 as a Joker, a role that won him Best Actor in 2019. In the wake of standing ovation it received at the Venice Film Festival.
Right.
Yeah, but come on, it's a festival. You think they're gonna boo? If the like once again, if the actors and the directors are at the festival watching a movie at the premiere there, you really think they're gonna not stand up and not stand up? Come on, they're gonna show respect.
Yeah, they're gonna show respect. Yeah.
Okay, it may not be genuine respect, but they're gonna show respect.
Right.
They're not gonna say, "Oh, this movie really deep." They might think deep down they think this movie's not good, but they're not gonna admit that. They're not gonna show that. They don't want.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cap Four doesn't look so good either. We'll get. Um,
Who's that? Yeah, that's the rumor.
yeah,
Well, I mean, a lot of I think Daniel RPK interviewed some people who were at the test screening, and a lot of people confirmed what was that leak, and yeah, it doesn't seem very good. I mean, it seems more like it's a Disney Plus movie that is being shoved in theaters. That's what it seems like. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I know people are saying like, hey, our artists, they don't like test audiences and they don't like to test their movies and they want to make the movies that the way they want. But again, if okay, if they would have known that this movie would have cratered at the box office and set 200 million, it's not 200 million dollars, actually it's actually 400 million dollars that this movie cost,
more.
with marketing. If they knew that they were going to set that money on fire, they would have, I
Was it
I
was
guarantee
it two
it, they would have
hundred? Was it
tested.
200 before the reshoot?
Well, it wasn't. It was. I mean, it might have been 200 because of the reshoots, but marketing was also 200, which
Oh,
I'm a little bit confused of. Like I mean, there was marketing, but it wasn't like there was a ton of marketing. So I'm like a little lost of how it could be. You know, this $200 million.
well, they're kind of early for marketing, aren't they?
I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
really know.
well,
I'm like, I don't know, but that's what the number is, right? So, or at least that's the rumored number, because or not the rumored number, but I think Hollywood Reporter or Official Trade said this. And, but again, we know that even though when the official trades come out and say it, years later we find out actually the budget was much
it's
higher.
more.
Sometimes I think rarely do we find out that the movie is lower with these kind of big
I think. I
blockbuster
think.
movies.
I
That tends
think.
to happen with smaller movies.
I
Smaller
think
movies
studios.
have.
I think studios lie to the official trades about that.
Oh, they do. They do 100%.
Yeah.
Because It's to save face, right?
Yeah,
And
say face.
they don't. They say that it may cost this amount, and
But
then
when it
like
costs
years,
more,
and then when they got to pay out everybody, then they go, "Oh, actually, it cost way more, and we didn't really make that much money back on it when it's a success, right?" So
yeah.
it's all bullshit in my opinion. But I think test screenings, to be honest, I think like again, I don't really understand. Like, listen, the people who really work in Hollywood are ego fucking maniacs. That's really what it is, because in all honesty, you can still have your creative vision with a test screening, right? You could test the movie, see what parts are good and bad, reevaluate. It's criticism, but instead, I think some of these directors, and I think Todd
I
Howard,
want to
Jesus
know.
Christ, Todd Phillips is one of these kinds of directors
I want
who,
to know who the criteria for the test screenings are. What's the criteria?
well, what do you mean?
Are they Marvel fans? General audience fans? What are they?
Well, they tend to get like a wide range of
Oh,
people.
okay.
Right. Sometimes they
Yeah,
would say, "Are you a fan?" And then you can go to the screening. So they get a wide variety of people. They
but
take
you know what?
notes
They would
and
say you could say they come up to me and say you're a fan, and if I say no, but it'd be like, but you get to watch a free movie. It'd be like, okay.
yeah, yeah. That's you. I mean, that's sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah,
I want to go to a test screening because I think it would be interesting to
I
see.
don't know if they have them in
Um,
Toronto, man.
they might have some in Toronto, but yeah, it's probably more rare. But yeah, I don't think test screenings are necessarily bad. I do think bad things could come out of a test screening, but that's why you test things, right? You test things and you go, well, the audience didn't like this, but it wasn't because of a story reason or because it didn't make sense. They just sort of disagreed with it, right? So it's like some of those times you're like, well, why not leave it in the movie because it might get people talking, and that's kind of the point of what we're going for.
Yeah.
Then you go, okay, that makes sense, right? But with a movie like this, when you test it and you go, oh no, the audience is walking out of the movie and people hate the movie, they're not willing to even pay money to see it. Now you go, okay, we have a problem, we got to fix this, right? And and so it's like, did Todd Phillips think, or like, did he not care? Because if he didn't care, I mean, like, then in my opinion, why the fuck should he be hired again to make a movie, right? Where it's just like, okay, so he has no regards with at all. Because remember, he's not just tanking his career, but he's tanking every single person who's on screen, who has a writing credit, who has some type of creative credit involved with this movie. Because that's how it works, right? If you worked on a shitty movie, people are gonna go like, "Oh, you worked on this garbage, fucking
The
shitty
only
movie.
the
We
only
ain't gonna
people
hire
are,
you."
the only people are safe is usually the actors
Well,
and maybe the
no,
director.
not even the actor. I'm talking. I'm The only real people who get affected by this are above a talent, right? Above the line talent, not below the
Yeah.
line. Because below the line, yeah, they're not involved creatively. Like, who really cares, right? They just want you to get the work done. But the people who had a creative fingerprint on this movie will suffer the most. So if you're an actor like Joaquin Phoenix, who already has been there's already scandals of him walking and leaving movies. Now he's got a shitty movie. Now you got to wonder, oh, why is he walking away from movies that were actually good, but he didn't walk away from a movie that is dog shit,
Yeah, people are going to
right?
question his decision making on what his pick films he chooses.
Right, with films that he picks, right? So it's like, and then Lady Gaga is not, out of the three movies, she has two duds now.
She should. You know what
So,
she should do? She should try to make another album, man. Go back to
well,
singing.
that's what she did with this movie, but it's not being advertised.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you could tell if this is true. Um, Lady Gaga is surprised by the response to the Joker 2 and is shocked that people don't love it. After the response received from critics before the premiere, a source exclusively told DailyMail.com, she put so much heart into the movie and has so much respect for their DC Comics fan base. The DC Comics fan base? That's the problem. DC Comics fans and non DC Comics fans did not like the movie.
yeah, they didn't like the movie.
Okay.
But isn't this Grace talking here? Isn't this quote from Grace?
Is it Grace, really?
Because I'm confused because they're saying the exact same shit as what Grace was saying.
Oh.
Because look, they're right here. They talk about what the fuck does that say? Am I going crazy?
Mm.
It says Tarantino.
Mm.
Was there a rumor that she was going to be in a Tarantino movie? I don't believe so. The only person she says she would like to land a role. Oh, okay, I see now. Never mind. This is probably what Grace was talking about then.
No, she wants to be in Tarantino as her final in his final film.
Yeah, yeah, because Grace was
Here's the
talking
thing:
about
she
that. I
thought
thought
that
Grace
this
was saying that that's what she heard and no one else was
she thought
talking
this
about it.
film would
But
get an
okay.
Oscar nomination, especially since
Yeah, she probably thought that because of the first movie, right? But also too, like her role is not an Oscar-worthy performance at
no.
all. But again, we don't really know what was cut. I mean, the stuff that could be cut may be good, but it may not be Oscar-worthy. I don't think you can really. I think she needs a couple more movies before they would even really give her a nomination, right?
Nobody is an Oscar
Did she get a nomination for Star Is Born, or am I like?
I think she did get nominated for Stars Born and some stuff. Let me check her.
But
Let me
for
check.
acting,
Um, what did she get nominated for acting
maybe
wise?
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well, she only did like three
I'm
or
gonna
four
look.
things, right? Where's her fucking file? Where's her filmography? Her Wikipedia page is so damn huge. Oh my god. Performances, videography.
Yeah, she did get Best Actress. Okay,
Did
so
she
never
win
mind
it?
what I was saying. No, she didn't win it, but I think she got nominated. So yeah, forget what had to say. But um, I mean, so maybe it is more likely that she could have gotten an Oscar nomination from this movie if those scenes were not cut. But as it is right now, like it wasn't like some great performance. Like no one's walking out of the movie being like, "Well, Lady Gaga
Oh, she deserves
almost."
an Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah, even though the movie's bad or like the acting was really good. It was
Has there ever been?
serviceable. It was okay.
Has there ever been a bad movie where people actually got nominated for Oscars from a bad movie?
There has been, yes.
That must be the Academy doesn't think it's a bad movie.
Well, the thing is, like the Joker didn't get like glowing reviews by critics, and he still won an
Yeah,
Oscar. But there
that's
has been there has been bad movies or movies that were kind of panned, I guess.
uh-huh.
That did get some nominations. I think the most. Let me go check to see. I think the one that I
Barbie.
believe is Crash.
Well, Barbie's not
Crash.
bad, but like Barbie's not
Crash.
bad, but it's not Oscar worthy, even though it got nominated for some awards.
Let me see.
Crash, yeah.
Um, Crash. I think it was Crash. Yeah, I'm looking. Like okay, I want to see who was like. No,
I
I'm
hope
not
Lady
talking
Gaga
about
doesn't
that
get nominated for
Crash.
a Razzie.
The Crash that is there's like two Crash. There's one from Cronenberg. I'm not talking about the David Cronenberg movie.
The
There's
other one.
one, the other one, yeah, the one that was nominated for an Oscar. That one, I believe, didn't get like super good reviews. But it still got some like Oscar nominations. Let me see. I'm gonna just Google like bad movies that were nominated
Like Henry.
for the Oscars. Well, I mean, like that one major awards because we know like Suicide Squad won an Oscar. You know
Yeah,
that,
but I'm
right?
talking about like best actor,
Yeah,
best actor supporting, best director. I
right,
don't
right.
soundtrack. Yeah, I guess it's important, but like it was a pretty good soundtrack. But it's not as big of the other awards. Um,
The lowest rated Best Picture nominees of all time. Let uh, yeah, Joker is on that list. Joker's on that list. Um, Love Story, Venice, pretty low. I mean, usually they're at. Okay, yeah. Now I'm seeing that Cleopatra was panned in the '60s.
Mm.
Um,
Do that.
Again, I don't. I mean, I would have to do some more research into this because I'm just kind of like not really getting any sort of good results. But I wouldn't be surprised. Um,
Here's the thing. She desperately wants to be a she desperately wants to win an Oscar. That's it sounds like
yeah,
she's
maybe because of Stars Born, right? That she didn't.
yeah, but you know
Because
how
once those
hard
expectations are set, I guess
do you
it's
know how
kind of
hard
like,
do you know how hard it is like you know how big the competition is? She's not most people that get nominated for the best supporting actress or best actress, they're not the most well known. Some of them are not the most well known. Like
yeah, but I think because she's already been associated with the Oscars when on her first try acting,
do you know this
that usually means the Academy is probably still going to look at her and what she picks. And if you notice, she's been picking roles where those movies, hypothetically, if they were good, they could have gotten her an Oscar nomination, or they would have been nominated at the Oscars, right?
oh yeah.
But but she picked two projects in a row that flopped and bombed and went nowhere. I mean, I don't think the Joker's getting any sort of Oscar nomination because no one is really talking about.
It's not getting
um
none.
yeah, I don't think it. To be honest, even if the movie was good, it would have to be exceedingly good, right? It would have to defy expectations and even be better than the original movie to get Oscar nominations. Because there's no way they're going to give Joaquin Phoenix another nomination, right?
He's
It's
not
kind
getting
of like
nominated
you
for
already.
this.
No, he's not getting nominated for this. No way in hell.
What the hell did I just? What the hell did I just read from Discussion Film? Zachary Levi reportedly thought that this Shazam role would be his ticket to being The Rock or Chris Evans, but it didn't happen, and he's bitter about it.
Wait, what? Wait, say
It's
that
got for
again?
Discussion Film right now. I'm on my phone, but it says here, like from the Hollywood Reporter, he's getting a lot of heat, right? Because
Yeah,
of
he's getting because he endorsed Trump, right?
well, he endorsed Kennedy, who endorsed Trump. So yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but that's not related to this. Zachary Levi reportedly thought that his Shazam role will be his ticket to being The Rock or Chris Evans, but it did happen for
right.
him, and he's bitter about that.
Well, I mean, I think the problem was that well, I mean, he's a fucking idiot, right? Because first off, one Shazam wasn't like this grand slam box office success. It was a critical success. It was beloved by critics and audiences,
Yeah,
but it came out in between two big Marvel movies, and therefore it didn't make money. And also DC movies, most people didn't care for them as much, and that was kind of like, oh, but Shazam was good, right? But it wasn't like, oh man, you really need to see Shazam. Shazam is like such a great comic book movie, right? And then on top of that, too, Shazam never really appeared in any other movies. So why would he believe that it was going to turn him into The Rock or Chris Evans or I mean, he had to have, he after Shazam what he should have done was he should have picked more roles that either fit Shazam that kind of was like a pick. And I
he's
guess
not
he is
going that route
trying to
anymore,
do
man.
that. He is
He's not,
well, he technically is because look at what his recent project was, Harold the fucking Purple
not
Crayon,
anymore. Not anymore.
right?
I'm reading an
What
article right now.
he
Apparently, he doesn't live in LA anymore, and He's picking projects that are
Oh, he
more
doesn't
Christian
even live in
themed.
LA.
Yeah, he lives in Texas in a ranch. So it says in the article he's picking more Christian theme stuff. Like
Oh, he's gonna try to
yeah,
go
he's
down that
gonna
path
yeah. Well,
because he probably is like my career's fucking over at this point. That's
he like
probably
I
what
don't
he's like.
like that's the problem with Hollywood. They cancel you for They, they, it's it's too authoritarian in Hollywood.
Right.
I'll say that. And if
Yeah,
you
if
don't
you
line,
if you don't align with what they want, then yeah, they pretty much won't
unless
work with
here's the
you.
thing, there's a lot of actors that still get like there's Republican actors still getting work.
But the thing is, they don't talk like Zachary Levi. Zachary
They
Levi
don't
has
talk
a
about
big
Trump or
fucking
anything like
mouth.
that. Yeah,
No,
You're-
but it wasn't even just about the Trump thing. I mean, the last year and a half that guy's been running his mouth,
mhm.
so he is kind of an idiot. I think he should have shut the fuck up. And on top of that too, I don't think he should have. To be honest, I get like okay, yeah, Shazam was a critical success. Doing a second one would have made sense, but to be honest, I don't even think they should have made a Shazam 2. Shazam 1 didn't even do well. And on top of that, too, if you were to do a Shazam 2, you would have had to really come up with an interesting premise. But Shazam 2 looked like generic horse shit, and I didn't even bother watching it, even though I liked the first movie. So they fucked up, right? And his agents fucked up. They should have read the script and been like, no, you can't sign on to this. Don't pass on this shit, right? I don't know. Maybe he has a contractual obligation to do a sequel, maybe. But again, Shazam 2 didn't, I mean, Shazam 1
I
didn't
mean
even do well.
Zachary Levi is the same guy who changed his name to a Jewish name so he got more roles in Hollywood. I mean,
Damn.
I read it like a couple weeks ago.
But
What's
he should have also pushed. He should have went to Walter Hamada and told Walter Hamada, put me in Black Adam, regardless if Black Adam is good or bad. Because maybe that would have helped him a little bit.
that's
I don't think it would have helped him a lot, but it would at least have put him right next to The Rock. And if The Rock liked him, maybe they could have worked out something
the
after
thing
this whole
is,
bomb of the Black Adam.
yeah,
He's just not. He's just the thing is he's
yeah.
not in the right.
What would Zack Snyder do with Shazam? Yeah, like what would he
Yeah,
do?
Zack Snyder was not gonna. Yeah, nothing. In other words,
Yeah, you could play him like
yeah, Shazam. In all honesty, really didn't do him any favors, even though it was a good movie. And I also feel like most people were like, yeah, I like Shazam, but I could have done with another actor. I remember a long time ago, and this is like OG fan kind of shit, right? Remember when people used to say John Cena should play Shazam? Do you remember that?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, people were like, "Hey, John Cena should play Shazam. That would make sense." So then, when he goes up against The Rock, people would actually be excited, right? People used to say this shit. I think this was like 2015, 2016 kind of like discussion, and yeah, and then when it was cast that it was this guy, people were like, well, Zachary Levi's like, I mean, yeah, some people know him, but he's not like this big time fucking actor, or he can't even really go up against The Rock,
He was
right?
barely a noticeable character in like Thor Ragnarok. He was just there
Yeah,
to
and
die,
he was a recast too.
and he was mostly a TV actor, right?
Yeah, he
Like
was a TV actor. He should
yeah,
have just gone back to doing TV, to be honest.
he replaced the original actor on in MCU, right? Because the original guy
Yeah,
who
he
played as
did.
well, right, went to star in that Disney show Once Upon a Time, um,
Right.
storybook, whatever, right? Yeah, and in Thor Ragnarok, he just killed off those guys.
Yeah, they just killed him off.
Like what the and he was one of them. Like, okay, I got paid like 5 million to get killed off. Yeah, and then he got this.
Yeah,
This is
probably less.
hey, yeah, yeah. This is Zachary Levi, man.
But Zachary Levi is, yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I would blame his agent. He should fire his agent and got a new agent, and he should have picked better projects or projects that, or just go back to TV and build his way up through there.
He is not doing that now. It feels like he's going in
You
a different
know,
direction.
the thing is with the Christian movies, and I guess if you're gonna do Christian movies, we may even see Zachary Levi hop on Ben Shapiro's fucking cock. So what's Ben Shapiro's company's name? You know Ben Shapiro,
Daily
right?
Wire.
Yeah, Daily Wire. He may even hop on that train, right? Because they just had that I am racist, which actually was doing kind of it was actually semi successful. So now it's like, oh shit, now they can probably make money, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of these canceled actors who still have some name to them could probably work with the
Well,
Daily Wire.
Daily Wire has money.
Yeah.
Okay. Eh, Yeah, he's not exactly getting cast things that are like big Hollywood stuff.
No, I mean Hollywood is trash anyway. So, but I mean when your whole career you built a career on it, yeah, I understand. But like, yeah, Hollywood is a garbage ass system in my opinion, and I
The
think
thing
more
is, I
people
don't know
should
how
take.
Gina was getting roles over and over. She's not a great actress. Like,
No, but she was the big burly woman, so that's how she got cast, right?
yeah, but I mean, I guess she was a little better in Wanda Wellesley because Wanda Wellesley, when she translated to acting, oh my
Yeah,
god,
it didn't work.
and she's not. Yeah, she was horrible. She was worse than Gina. I'll say that. And she
Yeah,
was a bigger UFC star, MMA star than Gina ever
yeah, she
was too.
was. Yeah,
Okay, ever was. Let's see what else. The fame direct Tarantino. Yeah, so she wants to be in a Tarantino movie. Tarantino is set to
yeah.
create the movie Critic, which would have been his 10th and final film. But on April 17th, sources told the Hollywood Reporter that the project was canceled. The famed director is now believed to be working up on a new project to mark his final cinematic release. Wasn't he working on? Wasn't he supposed to do Star Trek also, or he wanted it?
He was in talks to do that, but he walked away from it.
Cause Star Trek,
Uh,
cause his style of Star, because Tarantino's films does not fit Star Trek.
well, I
Like
think it would have been radically different to what we normally see
exactly.
from him, but he is a Star Trek fan, so I mean, but it would have been like classic Star Trek in a movie, and I'd be kind of curious to see how that works, but he's very like on this whole thing about 10 movies and that's it.
If she
But
wants an
this
Oscar,
and I think maybe the reason why he walked away from the movie critic movie is because it was actually a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it was going to focus on Brad
yeah,
Pitt's character. Which, by the
yes,
way, he already wrote a book about Brad Pitt's character, which is like the book for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it pretty much goes like in complete depth of Brad Pitt's character. And yes, I do own that book, and yes, I did read it. But but yeah, I kind of like like I kind of get it. It's like I would have been kind of upset if that was his last movie because it's like, well, we already got the book, and yeah, he's a cool character, but like I don't know about having like an entire movie on him. So I'm kind of glad that he did cancel it and is going to
if
make something else.
if Lady Gaga's looking for a big film to win an Oscar, go
I
look at
think she should do with. I think she should go with Quentin Tarantino, to be honest.
if it's Quentin Tarantino, yeah, but I would go like I'm saying it's not Quentin Tarantino. Go look at Christopher Nolan maybe. Like
Maybe, but I think to be honest, Lady Gaga would fit better with Tarantino because
the
she
thing,
is a very weird, zany kind of person, very out of the
yeah,
like
the thing is,
avant-garde,
well,
but like
she look at Joker as a yeah, because Joker did win the Joker got nominated for the 2019 well 2020 Oscars, which represent 2019 movie year, but the Joker
yeah,
is part of a franchise, right? A Batman
yeah,
franchise.
that's why she picked it too.
But you're most likely to. I mean, I think Batman related projects of any comic book medium most likely win you an Oscar. But I'll still say, don't look at a franchise to get you an Oscar.
I don't I think well one
Most
I think that's why she picked it though. I think she picked it because this
yes,
franchise has a likelihood of getting her an Oscar because
that's the
it
problem.
won.
That's the problem. You should you should look
Because
at
the thing think about it like this, right? And she probably thought of it like this too. She could get an Oscar, but if she doesn't, if the movie is a massive success, it doesn't matter anyway because she will go on to now get future Oscar nominations and other projects because now she just has a wildly successful
I
project.
just,
So she
I
can work with
just,
anybody. She could work with anybody, to be honest.
yes, I
But
just think,
she at this point to save her career, she should work with Tarantino. That's what she should do.
yeah, because Churchill will not do a franchise. I think just picking a franchise to guarantee an Oscar
Well, it's not
is
even that. It's that Tarantino, regardless of whoever's in Tarantino's movie, they are probably going to get some recognition at
is
the
I'm just
Oscars.
it's just weird. Like if she's looking for best supporting, because she wasn't going to be a lead actress. I don't think she's qualified to be a
Yeah,
lead actress in this film. More like a
no,
supporting actress. Um,
no. I think she was. I mean,
so
well, what we've seen of the movie, she's barely in the movie, but
yeah,
she is a leading actress in the movie, right?
yeah, but you gotta, yeah, she might, yeah. I mean, she's on the posters, and she is being marketed as a leading actress, even despite being like not in the film all that much. I just think
Right.
you have a better chance getting an award, an Oscar, if you're in a movie that's like a one-time movie, but not in a franchise kind of movie, whereas one or two or sequels. You know, I just think like because those movies like Lord of the Rings, The Dark Knight, those movies really win major awards, Oscars. I just think most of the movies that win Oscars are not franchises. Are not usually are not franchises. I think like if she did something like Poor Things, if you go or smaller, like most movies that win Oscars don't have the big budget, right? But
Right.
they got the
Right.
best
Yeah.
acting too. I just think, but I always did say Batman related projects. If you're looking for an Oscar, Batman related projects. For some reason, the Academy does look at Batman related projects as as the exception
Yeah.
to the common
They.
rule.
Yeah, and that's probably why filmmakers try to always do something with Batman.
Yeah, you hear a lot of directors like talk about Batman. You don't hear them talk about Marvel or any other DC stuff.
No,
You hear about
yeah,
Batman.
because Marvel doesn't allow them to experiment with their characters. And to be honest, I don't think most of the DC characters like can have that experimentation because you'll either get some type of backlash from fans or the
Yeah,
they're characters who are not like super familiar with like they're not like mainstream characters. So like Batman is like on the league of his own, and it's probably going to be like that. That's why I say this whole Brave and the Bold situation. I think they have to be kind of careful because, yeah, I mean, turning Batman into just corporate generic Batman, I don't, I feel like that
Dark
might not go over
the
well.
Dark Knight changed the perception on Batman at the Oscars and stuff.
Yeah,
Like that's when it
yeah,
really.
he's a very different league now. So
Yeah, I mean Marvel does once in a while get respect at the Oscars, but it's never for like best picture, best actor,
no, I
best
mean
supporting actor.
the only franchise for Marvel that I mean they're when they
Black
do the
Panther.
next movie is Black Panther. Yeah,
But did Guardians ever get an award for best soundtracks or anything like that?
no, no,
Or is it because they
no.
use music, actual licensed music?
Yeah, no, it's just Black Panther that I
I'm
mean obviously Marvel movies get nominated for VFX, but and costumes and
Marvel
things like
gets
that.
nominated at the Teen Choice Awards. That's getting nominated or the MTV Awards.
Yeah, but nothing like none of the major awards Marvel. I mean, unless Marvel, yeah, I don't. I mean, I do wonder what's going to happen with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. That's the only thing I'm kind of curious about. Like,
I don't think like
I don't think he would, but at the same time,
I don't think he's staying. I don't think he's gonna be Doctor Doom for a long time in MCU. I think he's just gonna be there for the end of the
no,
saga, and that's it.
clearly not. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, could he if the movie is good and his performance, people are talking about it,
You
could
think
he
so?
get a nomination?
I mean,
I don't know. I
I
don't
think he
know.
could. I think he was good enough to get nominated as Tony Stark. Or
But if you notice remember that comment that he said about, he thought his Tony Stark work was his best work, but like it wasn't acknowledged. So I feel like, is he going to make a play for, I'm gonna get a
we'll
nomination
see how
as
his
a
acting as
Marvel
Doctor Doom
character?
is.
Because if you think about it, if you think, think about it like this, right? I think Marvel is going to pitch Doctor Doom as their Joker.
That's
I think that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to make it seem like, hey, listen, we did Thanos, right? But Thanos is not a Joker. He's a very stoic character. But can we make a character that's our version of the Joker that is crazy, that is insane, that is demanding and powerful and menacing? Can we do that and can it get a nomination? So maybe I'm crazy, maybe people will disagree with what I'm saying, but Doctor Doom he is the Marvel villain, and the Joker is really the DC villain. So I
oh
think it
more than
does make a lot.
Batman.
And on top of that too, they brought back Robert Downey Jr. after he won an Oscar.
Well, they were negotiations before he won an Oscar. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he was, but I mean they announced. I mean his
Yeah.
next big thing is this, right?
Nope. He just well today he's gonna be in another movie. He got
But I
announced today.
mean, no, no, no.
Universal.
What I'm saying is like he won an Oscar, and
Yeah.
then the next big announcement with him
It-
was with
oh
him
yeah.
being Doctor Doom, right?
Yes. But he is starring in another movie just announced today for Universal.
Right. I'm not saying the next movie. I'm just saying like the
Yeah.
big headline for Robert Downey Jr. It was Oscar, and now it's Doctor Doom. So I am kind of curious, like what angle they're gonna play with Doctor Doom, and I mean, yeah, because also too the Russo brothers kind of allow their actors to do whatever they want. So is this just going to be Robert Downey Jr. just going to do whatever the fuck he wants? And because I mean, I think that could also create some
Is he gonna have
controversy
an
with
accent?
fans, but who really cares? Yeah, is he
Will
going to have an accent?
you roll me?
What is?
MCU
I'm curious to see where they go with it. I mean, it could, like I said, it could be a disaster. It could be the
does
greatest thing ever.
MCU does have a problem of that.
Yeah.
Yo, Degrassi. Um, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, you can never go wrong with Quentin Tarantino, so you might as well sign up and do a movie for him.
let's see what else there is. We're not done yet. It's only 11:20. We've got half an hour maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see what else we could find. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should check out the Sympathizer.
Wow, this is. I mean, this is 5 days old, but this is another article from Variety. Might be the same guy. No. Oh, it's Tatiana Siegel. Oh, remember this?
Where is
Remember
this?
what?
I
I remember.
watched.
This is the same act.
What happened?
Same. This is the same writer who said Jason Momoa was drunk on set, being disrespectful on set for Aquaman. That's just,
Oh, really? Okay. So
yeah.
okay. So the title is I watched Joker 2 at an opening night IMAX screening at the Grove. The fanboys were nowhere to be found. So what does that mean? Okay. The fanboys were nowhere to be found.
Oh my God. Let's see. So yeah, this is Tatiana Siegel. You know, yeah. Um, so this is Thursday, right? So 5 days ago. So I don't know. They don't have the date on here. So but 5 days ago. That's not Thursday though. That's much 5 days ago. Saturday, Friday, whatever. Saturday, right? Yeah,
Thursday?
Saturday.
5 days ago? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. During a Thursday editorial meeting, a Variety editor asked if anyone was willing to give up their Friday evening to write a piece covering an opening night screening of Joker Folie. After an immediate intermittent silence with no takers, I reluctantly raised my hand with Todd Phillips' previous Joker. I watched Joaquin Phoenix transform into the t-
Titular.
titular, yeah, Clown Prince of Darkness. Oh my God!
Yeah. That. The Clown Prince of Darkness.
She's not. He's not a fucking demon. Darkness.
I don't even remember Joker being at the Toronto Film Festival in 2019. I don't even remember that.
Because he wasn't. The Joker was not at the Toronto Film Festival. I'm pretty sure the Joker was not at the Toronto. Let me check.
I mean, I don't doubt it, but I just don't remember because it was like, oh, I would have seen it at the Toronto
Oh
Film
yeah,
Festival
Joker
in
was at the TIFF.
2019.
Yes, it was at
I
TIFF.
guess it was. Well, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, continue.
2019, yeah. But that's not what I'm laughing at, guy. Yeah. It's just that the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, the Clown Prince of Darkness, not the Clown Prince of Crime, but Darkness.
So the Joker's a demon, right? A demon clown. Oh wait, that's another project.
Yeah.
That's another comic book character. Oh, his name is from Spawn. Spawn.
No,
Also in Spawn, Clown is not a prince either, but he is a
wait.
demon. Clown Prince of Darkness from a plum seat at the Toronto Film Festival. She doesn't even Toronto International Film Festival. Toronto Film Festival. Get it right. Like,
Yeah, Toronto Film. Isn't yeah? It's the Toronto International Film Festival.
yes.
During its American premiere at the theater filled with journalists and VIP, this would be a different experience with me sandwiched in with sweaty fanboy masses. Turns out I was wrong. Sweaty fanboy masses. Like
She has to
okay,
take
like
shots at people,
these
huh?
people. Yeah, these people are really like. By the way, right? Like going to see this movie. I mean, yeah, if you're going, I guess if you're going like downtown, you're going to the main theater, yeah, you'll get like a crowd of people. But like, these people have a disdain for the masses, by the way. They really do. They really do. Because
If
it's
it wasn't
like,
for the if it wasn't for the masses, they wouldn't have a job.
by the way, it's fanboy masses, right? But like,
Yeah.
there could be women, there could be, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, the assumption is this is all men going to see this movie. God forbid people go and see this movie, right?
God
But
forbid there's Batman Joker fans who want to see this movie.
yeah, there's
That
people
movie.
who maybe have liked the first movie
Well,
and
this is the
but it's
first
like the
movie.
assumption. It's like if you like the first movie, then you must be like a terrible person. Like
This is
that's kind of where we are at now. Like if you like a specific movie or a piece of entertainment, it represents everything wrong, like morally, ethically. You're a scumbag. You're endorsing. You know, I just think it's insane. Like I really do think it's insane. But anyway, I'll continue reading this.
all right.
Figuring that a Friday night showing at the Grove would offer a good template for how the Joker sequel was playing across the country, I made my way to the ticket kiosk 20 minutes ahead of the showtime, sitting for a regular screening at this popular AMC theater was wide open. By the way, where is the Grove? I don't know where the Grove is.
Los
Is this
Angeles, I think.
is LA? Okay.
I don't. I like. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's LA, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway. Where was I? Only a handful of Joker, quote unquote. What the fuck? Like, I don't even get that. Only a handful of Joker, quote unquote, seats have been claimed.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's special seats, and if you get those tickets, you get to like I don't know. Maybe it's like a
I
promotion.
don't
I
know
don't know.
why they put. Okay, whatever. How could it be? How could that be? You know, it could. It. How could that be? Right? How could that be? This person is fucking holy shit, man. Anyway, then they go. It would be another 12 hours before the film's uh dis- I can't. Why am I
Dismal.
blanking?
Dismal.
Dismal. I'm fucking holy. Dismal D cinema score became known. But hold on a minute. Did they say it was Friday?
Yeah, I
It was
think she saw
Friday. It
Friday.
was the cinema score came out on Saturday night.
Well,
It was
12
not 12
hours.
nights. It was not 12 hours. It was like a full 24 hours. But
Yeah.
okay. Let's scroll down. What else was said here? I'm on my phone, so I have to zoom in here. I'm getting some artifact. Okay, I can see it now. I asked a helpful attendant who didn't appear surprised to fuck do you mean that they didn't appear surprised? The Prime and the Adobe tend to sell out. Which, by the way, what is the Prime screening like? Is that a normal seating or
I don't know.
IMAX? What
Grass,
is the Prime?
the grassy
I
help
don't get
else
it.
with that.
Because we don't even have Adobe here. Our Cineplex, they call it AVX. So we have regular, standard, 3D. You know what I mean. All the other stuff, D box and all that shit. But anyway, um, yeah, the
Oh, shit.
tickets are to be more expensive if that's okay. The young woman suggested. And by the way, you know what's kind of I gotta point this out. She says helpful, right? Um, but was she helpful because she was a woman? Because this is another underlying tone
Mhm.
of this article, which is weird. But anyway, as for whether she planned to see the film, she deadpanned. I was until I saw the reviews. The Adobe screening was about to begin, with the trailer still playing. Again, I was shocked that the tickets were still available, so I looked at the options for an IMAX screening in 45 minutes. Finally, a screening in which the open seats were limited, but were still abundant. Okay, so that means nobody was buying this shit. Okay.
Mhm.
I would have preferred a seat near the exit. Oh my fucking
If
god.
there's nobody sitting there, just move.
No, 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 no. I'm reading ahead. I can see it. It is a Joker movie, after all, and the
Oh,
Aurora
yeah, I saw
gunman
that.
dressed up as a deranged villain is still fresh in memory. Hold on a minute. Fresh in memory? That shit is a decade old.
Oh, yeah, that's a
That
decade
shit
old.
is more than a decade
Dark
old.
Knight
What the fuck is
Rises. Yeah, 2012 years.
in a
Did she say
movie where
that?
the Joker didn't even show up? And what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this article? Like, total deranged. Like, oh my god, like I gotta sit at the exit
I don't think
because
he was
I'm
dressed up as a villain. He
afraid.
wasn't dressed up as a Joker
Hold
either.
on, hold on a minute. Right? How come does this person? Okay, wouldn't you think like this for every movie, but you're thinking like this at a Joker movie because this. By the way, there was no shootings at the Joker movie, the original
Us?
one, and she's referring to a shooting that happened
Dark
uh,
Knight Rises.
12 years
And
ago.
the guy
12
wasn't
fucking
dressed
years
up as
ago.
the guy. I don't think the guy was dressed up as the villain either.
And by the way, sorry, but you Americans, I feel like, shouldn't you guys always be thinking like this anyway? Maybe this is a Canadian perspective. This is not a I'm going to offend most of our audience here, but like, if you were like so scared, oh my God, someone's going to shoot up a movie theater, shouldn't you be scared like that every fucking day of your life? Because it's like, it seems like in the States, people are shooting up grocery stores, people are shooting up hospitals, people are shooting up. It's like, what the fuck? Like, they will
Schools.
shoot up
Yeah.
anything. Yeah,
I
but
mean,
here
like,
you are at a Joker to like, to go like, oh, I'm so scared to go this Joker movie. Like, come on, like seriously, like, come the fuck on.
not
Like,
like any other movie. Not like any other movie.
yeah, it's not like
Portrays
any other
killers,
movie.
shooters.
No, no,
Yeah.
but it's not like this could happen at any other movie. There's
Yeah.
been shootings at other movies
This
that
is, you know,
are
this is the
not
same
even violent.
argument. This is the same argument. Oh, Grand Theft Auto causes kids to be violent.
Yeah, this is such a fucking disingenuous,
Yeah, this is the
like
video
again,
game
who is
argument.
this for? Like, who is this? This is really for, again, like people who are in this like
See,
diluted circle. But anyway, let's continue. This is just, oh my god. That whole bracket thing when I saw that, oh my
most people,
god. But
I think the majority of people know what's reality and what's fake.
but the thing is to say fresh in memory.
It's not fresh.
It's
Fresh is
12
like what? Fresh is
years
like
ago
makes it sound like it was happened yesterday or a year ago.
or a year ago, yeah, or even 5 years ago. No, it happened more than a fucking decade ago.
Oh, there's another
Like,
sequel to Ghostbusters.
yeah, that's what it's being. That's it. It's just okay. That part just really bothered me because it's like, really, like seriously. But anyway, oh my god, like holy shit. Oh, I don't doubt there
Oh,
was
there's
threats, but the
threats. They're
thing
actually.
is, like nothing happened. And the thing is, the theater's empty. The
I
theater's
haven't heard.
empty. listen.
blinded. I haven't heard one shooting since that incident at a theater at all.
This is my point, right? I'm not saying you can't be scared. That's not what I'm saying, right? I'm saying the fact that she put this in the article for a reason, right? It's
Yeah,
basically to go like,
it's
oh, the people who are only going to see this movie are these types of people, right? So if it's a snarky reply, right? It's a
uh,
snarky reply to suggest,
there
oh, that's
hasn't
why I'm not.
there
That's my only
hasn't been.
point is
I
my
haven't read
my point is
anything.
it's
It's snarky, but
it's just it's just I just yeah,
there
go.
hasn't
Sorry.
there hasn't been. I haven't read anything or seen anything about a shooting at a theater since.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying this could. I'm saying one, why put this in the article, and two, you should probably thinking that for everywhere you go in the states, you live in the United States of America, where anybody can pick up a gun and
I know
fucking
where
shoot up the
Degrassi's
place.
live. I can understand where his wife doesn't go to move because I know where Degrassi lives. Like he makes it perfectly clear where he lives, and it's the state he lives in. That I can see where his
Yeah,
wife
but
might be.
I just think that comment, like they the person writing this article knew very well what they were trying to imply with that brackets and that sentence in the brackets. Okay,
Okay,
but
okay.
anyway,
You
let's
want to continue
continue.
reading?
Let's continue. Let's continue. There was a
Okay.
time. There was a time to kill, or there was time to kill. So I approached patrons leaving the early. So okay. Hold on. We gotta pause here. She's scared, but yet
It's
she's
possible.
approaching
Go ahead.
strangers and asking them questions. Okay. But anyway, I don't know. This is bizarre. This is bizarre in my opinion. I guess she's a journalist, and I guess she has to write the article. But okay.
Is she a journalist
Um.
or a
Well, yeah,
propagandist? Also,
she is a journalist. She's a journalist.
bullshitter.
Um, as they stopped to grab a complimentary poster that featured Joaquin and Lady Gaga, I'll skip over that part, descending the steep flights of stairs in an imagery of the 2019 version's key art that featured the Joker howling like a lunatic at the heavens at the top of Gotham City's staircase. Anyway, I'm
It
like
wasn't
tripping over
Gotham.
words here, but
What?
six. Well, it was. I mean, well, not. I mean, you know what I mean. Six.
It is a
USC
staircase.
students had just
USC.
exited
University of
IMAX version and
California.
seemed eager to share their impressions. Which, by the way, wouldn't this be the target demographic that would, be fanboys or likely to shoot up the theater? But okay, let's continue. I wouldn't approach those kids. Um, it's no megapolis, said one young man named Matthew. At first, it was unclear if it was meant as a compliment or insult, but then he clarified that he
It's an
loved
install.
megapolis, which is quite concerning. But okay. Um, Matthew's friend, by the way, she asked their names and all this shit. But anyway, Matthew's friend Grace said she came for Gaga and wasn't disappointed. It definitely
Okay, Gaga.
hold on, I gotta zoom in here. It was definitely funny. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but I had a laugh. She added. Okay. Another young man named
Here,
Landon. Landon.
Landon. Yes.
Okay, that's a weird name. I've never really seen that name before. It's not. Um, wearing a propit.
T-shirt.
How do you say it? He's wearing a T-shirt that what?
A
Only our
propylene.
anarchists are pretty noted. Um, man, I'm struggling to
Dirt.
read here. I'm
The
struggling to
dirt
read
for
here.
fanboys at the screening.
I'm gonna skip to the quote. It didn't see. I didn't see like any comic book seeming people like Marvel or DC. Right? He said the first Joker had a lot of like wink, wink, or like this, like little Bruce Wayne. Okay, they don't have that in the this one, right? It's like the demographic you expect to like show up. Okay, but it makes sense considering this Joker is just as much. talking as Lincoln. It's basically the same movie as Lincoln.
What?
Okay,
Oh.
okay, that's a weird comparison, but okay. That's a little bit weird. These reviews don't bode well for a $200 million dollar movie that needs to attract all four quadrant. Yeah. Speaking of the budget, Matthew said he doesn't see the massive capital outlay translating on screen. Yeah, I think everybody has said the same thing. They kind of gave Philip a blank check, he said of Warner Brothers. This cost $200 million and it takes place in like four locations. And I was like, where did that money go? Gaga and Phoenix probably. And like the jail cells, yeah, the jail cells are not that expensive, let's be honest. They did look nice, but
Okay.
they're not $200 million nice.
She has to give like exact details where she sat too. Like like
Because
seriously,
I think what
you have
she's
to give
trying
your
to
actual.
paint here, this is what she's trying to paint here, right?
It's
I
like
think she's
us.
trying to say,
She's want us
look,
to imagine her. We're in.
I mean, well, I mean, she's just not even really talking about the the girl that was with these guys. She's focusing on the guys. So she's trying to say, oh, look, the guys who are really kind of more tuned to this or like more, this is a movie for them. They're kind of perplexed by what the movie was, which is fair. I think everybody who walked out of the movie was perplexed by the movie, whether you like it or not. It's a different kind of movie.
Yes,
So
man.
yeah, it's not for a comic book movie, but or comic book quote unquote person. But was that always the intention? Like, did people think it was a comic book movie? And personally, I never really. I mean, I personally thought of it as being a non-comic book movie, but yet it's still associated with DC and obviously Batman because it's the Joker. So I don't know, but anyway, as I made my way to CF1, I surveyed the crowd and immediately questioned if I was in the right theater. Uh, the vast majority of patrons were couples, straight, gay, young, middle age, holding hands, cuddling for the film that would soon feature, um, yeah, psychopathic bashing Judge Hedden with the gavel until his brain matter runneth over the
That
stand.
never happened. There was no brain matter over the time.
Yeah, there was no break. She's kind of like emphasizing here, but in fact, I haven't seen this many couples in a theater since the opening night of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's
Okay,
a
that was
lie.
clearly a joke, right?
Yeah.
No one was dressed up as the Joker. By the way, who the fuck was dressed? Okay, again, I'm not going to these big theaters with tons of people in it. I'm going to like a theater that's like local
It
near
is a
me.
Black Label film. That's
But
household.
like, were people doing that for the first movie? Were they dressing up as the Joker, or I guess you could assume with this one because it's like coming
Honestly,
off of that movie, but
honestly, I don't think movie theaters should let people dress up. I
I
think
don't
it's
really
dangerous.
see. I mean, even when I went to a theater that was crowded, I've never really
Well,
seen
here's the
people
thing.
dress
Okay,
up.
they have not allowed to wear mask.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
want to
I
see their
mean,
face.
but have you been to a theater where people were dressed up? I've never
No,
had that experience.
nope, nope. Okay,
I've been in crowded theaters, but I've with like opening night on a movie, and I've never seen
I,
anybody.
I, I think it's a. You know what? I think it's a TV movie thing. You see it on TV movie shows where people dress up to go. I don't think it's really that common as.
Maybe in certain areas. I feel like in certain
Yeah.
areas, yes. But yeah, I've never had
That's,
that experience.
the
But
thing is, okay, I have no problem with people dressing up in costume, but you gotta show your face.
yeah, and then she's saying the only masks were cloth COVID types.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
mean that's nothing. Yeah, I've seen that
yeah.
still. That's still going around. I'm not surprised.
So this person is like, they're looking around. They're kind of like, holy shit! Oh my god, the people I expected to show up at this movie, they're not here. I guess it's safe. I guess I'm not gonna get shot up or like.
Who would
I
bring a
don't
couple
really
to
get
this
it.
movie? This movie is not meant for couples. I'm sorry.
Well,
I mean,
couples go to the movies. I mean, it doesn't
that's true.
even matter, right? It's like whatever's playing at the movies that is popular, they'll go see or whatever
Yeah,
they're
that's true.
interested in. So I don't think that's a big deal at all. I'm sure there was a ton of couples that the thing is like this is why I say this article is so like weird because I would never first off one, if I'm going to the movies, I never really see like the same type of person, like, but just like a ton of them. You know what I mean? Like this quote unquote
Hmm.
comic book fans, I've never really like encountered those people. It's more like I'm the comic book fan, and yeah, most of the people around me are really not. They only watch the movies, right? But it's like most people when they look at me, I'm not wearing anything that has comic book on it, right? Like most people wouldn't even guess I'm into comics, right? But it's like something you would ask me, and then you would be like, "Oh, okay, well, he's into comics, right?" But
I have for Deadpool. And wear a Deadpool Wolverine shirt to go and see that
yeah,
movie.
I know. I don't typically. I mean, to be honest, I don't even like. I have merchandise sitting on my shelf, but I don't have like T-shirts or
Yeah,
like things like that, right? Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so it's like I've never really even when I'm like in the city in Toronto, I've never really encountered anything like that of that sort. Like even in a crowded
No,
movie theater. So again, this again may just be like different parts,
I haven't
so,
even
you
seen it for
know,
Star
somewhere
Wars.
else.
So
No, yeah, even at even at Star Wars, same thing. Big movies, I've never franchises. It's very similar. So anyway, um,
where were you?
then it says
Um,
the couple was a couple to my right, two men moved to. By the way, how did she know that they're a couple? But okay, whatever. Maybe she saw them hugging or holding hands. I don't know. But
or they were kissing
because
during the
it's
film.
kind, it's like I guess it's an assumption, right? Whatever. I'm not even gonna analyze all that shit because it's like, yeah,
I'm
how
not
does she
looking
know
at
that the
people's
men and
relationships
women
over
are a
the film,
couple
man.
too?
I don't.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
anyway, so move to empty seats to my right after the trailer end. A minute into the movie, another couple, male and female, arrived, wanted their rightful seats. They stood directly in front of me, arguing, resulting in me missing most of the
She sounds like
animated movie.
what's she doing? Is he watching a movie or is this
Yeah, she's
voyeurism right
giving us
here?
the play. Yeah, she's giving us the play by play.
Yeah, but it sounds like she sounds like
Once the
she sounds like this is it sounds like she has this is she's like expressing
well,
voyeurism.
it's all intentional, right? To set up who the type of people watching this movie.
Oh, they were kissing, they were doing their holding hands and
Yeah,
watching
that's what
movies.
it seems like. Once the heterosexual couple nested their by the way, why I guess they were she was being distracted. Okay, whatever,
She
whatever.
was getting
I'm
horny. I think
not
she was getting horny.
no, I'm just more confused like she put the couple to my right, two men, but she didn't say the homosexual couple. But then she says that once the heterosexual couple nested into their seat, even though the previous line she was talking about
Yeah.
that same couple. But okay, whatever, whatever. I'm getting really nitpicky. Anyway, nested into their seat. They started to get busy, real busy, kissing, talking, ignoring the movie altogether. At one point, they were spooning. What the fuck? Like they were spooning, and you were seeing this, and with their seat fully reclined. Holy shit! The
The man's
woman
hand
and the
stretching in my territory. And she what?
holy shit! This is an article. Hey, this is an article here. My fear of catching a mass. Holy shit, look at this.
SED?
My fears of catching a mass shooter stray were replaced by landing an STD by proximity.
First of all, oh,
I actually think this person who's writing is either some comedic genius actually. Cuz
I
this
don't
is
think
that was a perfect setup joke.
this has to be
So
a joke.
yeah, anyway, throughout the screening, the still not fully theater was filled with the constant movement.
I don't think she was watching the movie.
People coming, people going to the bathroom, to concessions. I mean, but this is a okay, like this
Well, that's
person
normal.
clearly, yeah, that's pretty normal for a movie, but okay.
Especially a long
Um,
movie like this.
yeah, just stretching their legs amidst the 2 hour and 19-minute runtime. A couple walked out, and a couple of walkouts ensued. It felt busier than LAX, which is obviously bullshit. Okay, it was obviously
She's
bullshit. Like
exaggerating so much shit here.
there's no way in hell the movie theater that was not full was busier than LAX. That's just okay. But anyway, where I had just landed hours early, despite all the bustle, this was the lowest. What the fuck? The, what the fuck am I reading here? So she's saying it's busy, but yet it was low energy. Oh
Mm.
my god! This was the lowest energy crowd I've witnessed in some time. No cheers, no laughter. Well, what the fuck? What else are? Okay, what are they supposed to cheer at? What the fuck are they supposed to laugh at? There's very few jokes in the movie. There's nothing to really cheer at, and most people are just watching the movie, minding their own business. I mean, I've been in movies where it's packed and nobody's clapping and hollering and shit.
Could you
So
talk
I don't
about?
know what the fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
Ahead of the screening, the gate. Oh, we already passed. I already read that. Sorry. Oh, did I read that part?
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no. Okay.
no, you did not.
Okay. Well, it's okay. Anyway, ahead of the screening, the gay couple to my right agreed to give me their full take on the film. So I mean, to be honest, actually, I think she's probably asking people and
Well, she
telling people I'm
is.
a journalist and I'm writing a review for this, so I'm curious and blah blah blah. That's my guess. That's why she's like over analyzing everybody because she wants to talk to them or ask them questions. But the second, okay, where was I? The gay couple to my right agreed to give me their full take on the film after the Joker ended. Why did she say why? Okay, that's a weird sentence. Why not just end it at I agree? To my right agreed to give me their full take on the film, but then it says after the Joker ended.
Hmm.
Anyway, but the first end credit rolled, they made a beeline for the exit along with most of the theater. That's funny as hell. They didn't want to talk to this woman. They're
Because
just like,
you're probably
fuck.
looking at them more than the movie.
Well, they were like, this movie's bad, and I want to get the fuck home. That's what they were like.
Yeah.
Only five patrons watched to see the hundreds of names who touted on this ambitious project shot here in their hometown. I made my way to the only person who looked like a potential fanboy. Oh my god. An empty bucket of popcorn in his hand as the light came on, and again I misjudged. Well, yeah, you're misjudging every single fucking person. Like, I don't even know where you even thought this person was a potential fanboy. Just because they stayed at the credits, like they're a fanboy because they watch Marvel movies, and only people who watch Marvel movies stay at the credits, right?
Hmm.
Anyway, again I misjudge. Uh, to Tadashi, I don't know how to say it, was not a self-described fanboy by any stretch. He just liked the first movie and showed up for another outing of unabashed
That's a name.
nihilism.
Okay, yeah. Tadashi. Okay.
Yeah,
Like, who's Tadashi?
long but enjoyable was his overall critique, but he too struggled with his fellow theater goers and their lack of engagement. There were people next to me whispering, talking, kiss, or what does that say? Bugged up? Is that what that says? Hugged up. Sorry. The
Hugged
thing
up.
is,
Yeah. Hug up and kiss. Hug up, kiss.
artifacting. I can't see the words, but anyway, it says yeah, hugging up, kissing, and I'm just like, why are you spending $50 plus concession to come here and watch? $50 plus concession. I mean, to be honest though, but like, are people okay? But like, that's not a new thing, right? Like, people go to the movies and do all this stuff, right? And that's why they spend the money so they can do that.
Continue.
Um,
Continue. It's almost done.
and then it says, I mean, literally, the judge is hit in the back of the head, and then as soon as it's done, they're whispering, and then the Joker and Harley Quinn tell a joke, and then his seat neighbor kisses her, and I was just like, What is happening next to me? So he's holy shit. Like this guy said it's over, it's good, but he's more concerned with what the fucking people beside him are doing. You know what I mean? Like that's not a good look. That means the movie's boring as shit. And he's more concerned, he's more entertained by the neighbor making out with the other person. So this is just fucking bizarre, right? So that's the end of the article, really. They didn't even give their take on the movie, mind you.
No, I thought it was supposed to be a review. Like,
They gave a review of the audience and
yeah,
their
yeah,
weird expectations. Yeah, it was literal, like the what the title says, nowhere to be found. I mean, yeah, they were right. I mean, to be honest though, I feel like there is this kind of like weird perception, and I again I say this because this is what happens when you're reading too many headlines or you're on the internet and you're reading comments. The people who comment on really anything are in the minority. They do not represent the majority of people. So when you see YouTube comments, Twitter comments, uh,
Mhm.
people always believe that is the majority. That is not true. The majority is actually not very interested in making a comment. They will look at something and they'll keep going, right? They'll watch a video. They won't even like it. They'll just be like, "Oh, that was a good video," or they won't even finish it. So I feel like people need to like kind of need to tune out some of this stuff, right? That's why
Yes.
it's like yesterday when they were saying, "Oh, John Stewart and the colorism part." It's like, yeah, but most people are not going to feel that way at all, right? Even people in the black community are not going to feel that way at all. They're just
Oh,
excited to see another black character who's a pretty popular character finally be in a television show
I mean,
slash movie, right? Because Jon Stewart has never really appeared in live action form uh, on
well,
on a big scale, right? Has he been in the CW stuff? That's the only thing I would know.
no. I mean, Zack Snyder was trying, but no.
Yeah, but he never. Yeah, so
They said no.
yeah, and most people, I mean, you know, for example, I mean, my mom doesn't know much about comic book movies. She doesn't really know much about comics. But when the Green Lantern movie came out, she was confused as to why Green Lantern was a white guy because she was more familiar with the cartoon and she saw, oh, Green Lantern is a black guy, right? So it's like, so yeah, there's people like that who were like, oh yeah, they know John Stewart, the Green Lantern, and they're confused. Oh, how come we never got to see him at all, even though he's a black character, right? So it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And by the way, my mom is black, just an FYI. So that's probably why she
Mhm.
pointed that out. But anyway, um, so yeah, I mean, the internet is a weird place, and I think that article was just kind of weird overall. It was like
That's weird.
looking at people making all these crazy assumptions, and yeah, to me, it's just kind of weird to put that in the article because it's like the whole point of the article was to point out the writer was scared to go see this movie because it is a Joker movie, and they that narrative was put out there that hey, these fanboys they're going to shoot up theaters, and they went to go see it. They went to go see the movie, and then they were surprised to find out actually no, it was just a bunch of normal people, and people were not even that interested in the movie, which is every single movie. Every single movie's like that. So yeah, and but the thing is, that narrative is, and I think this is an American thing. I really do think it's an American thing because
Well,
this,
degrassi.
yeah, because again, it's like we live in the most probably progressive city in North America.
Arguably, yes.
Yeah, so and again, I've never heard. I mean, again, we don't. I mean, we don't. We have tight gun laws. Guns are not easily accessible, and the gun violence that we have is mostly gang related. So you're not.
Yeah,
We
we don't have
never. Yeah, we're never
we
really
don't
going to
have
have
school
a mass
shootings here.
shooting. Yeah,
Yeah,
we might have like a mass killing, but it's usually with someone who's out in the streets. It's not someone in a private area, right?
yeah, we'll
It's
have
too hard to do
murder. We'll
that.
have murder, but we won't have like huge, like
Yeah, we have a different type of crime or different type of violence here. But yeah, the thing is, like, I think people just kind of hear things and they see the news and they project that onto, oh, that's going to happen to me, which, again, again, I know this is hard to wrap around people's mind, but statistically, that's not necessarily true. And I know, statistics are complex and they don't represent people's
I
individual
mean,
experiences, but
there have been
you,
fights at theaters before for movies not even nothing like the Joker. Kids,
no, and like I said, this is it's an American problem, but I just noticed that American problems, like, for some reason they show up in our headlines and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why is this relevant to us? And like, it's just weird. Anyway, it's like almost like everywhere you go, American news is somehow our news or
oh,
the
100%.
UK news or so. Yeah, that's the part that is like really annoying. It's like,
Yeah,
how's
you
this even
American.
relevant to us?
Yeah, you Americans own the world. You control the
Oh
world.
yeah,
You
yeah,
Americans.
but the thing is, their problems are somehow our problems, even though that's not true at all, right? We don't have a mass shooting problem. That's an American problem, right? We don't have a problem where there's these weirdos going to see a movie and like trying to start an uprising or whatever. Which you know what I mean? Like that, it's an American problem. Like, and I mean that says more about their society. It's not really the fucking movie's fault. Like maybe the movie promoted it or whatever you want to say, but like, I mean, that's a societal problem. That's an institutional problem, and you should. And the thing is, like, I mean, again, this is a movie about a fucking comic book character, so it doesn't even really matter. But like the discussions, I feel like around some of this mass shooting stuff in America, like, holy shit, it's always backwards. In my opinion, it's always like, holy shit, like they blame the movie, they blame this and that, and then it's like, oh, but then you got people who are like, don't take away my guns, holy shit. So it's like, oh my god, like, I'm sorry for the people watching, but like, America is a very weird country, and that's why we're ranting about it because we don't live in America, and we're just like, what the fuck is going on? That's like
Yeah.
every single person who's not American, by the way. You could ask the people in the UK, they'll say the exact same thing. Finbar will say the exact same thing.
Yeah, the
We're all
world
just like,
laughs at
what the
Americans.
fuck?
The world's laugh at Americans.
Yeah, sorry guys, but yeah,
It's true. I mean, Degrassi would admit that too. I know Degrassi how he thinks. He would admit that too.
yeah. I'm kind of glad I do not live in the States. I'll go there from time to time, but I'm glad I do not live there at all. I'm probably gonna just live in Toronto for the rest of my life, unless it gets like insanely expensive, and then I'll go somewhere else, I guess.
That could happen. Toronto is expensive living right
Yeah.
now. ah, man. Oh man, yeah. Thank you for coming on, Blind. It is past midnight. Yeah, because we wanted to
Yes.
finish the article. I know you have some schoolwork to do. Where we can
No, I
find
finished
you?
my schoolwork when I was talking, so
Okay, where we can
I'm all
find you,
good.
man.
You'll find me on YouTube and Threads, Blinded Braille. I do want to, I mean, because Aaron is the one who wants me to
Suggested.
do it. I think it's a good idea. I don't think I'm going to get any viewers though, but I will stream Silent Hill, and so you could see my crazy reaction. I'm trying to. Tomorrow's going to be a better day to do it because today I was busy, but I'll make a thumbnail. I have to make a community post because I haven't updated my channel in a while, and they're waiting for videos. So hopefully this is a long weekend for us. Thank God.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, we have Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I want some turkey. I want some food. I want to play Silent Hill. I also just want to sit around and do absolutely jack shit. So yeah. And by the way, this is the real Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. But
And with that, thank you for watching. But he's right; it's a real Thanksgiving. Take care,
all
guys.
right, peace.
Bye. But we do appreciate the sales, though.